Hello and happy Sunday, everybody. It is Charisma Mod time. Welcome and thank you so much for tuning in to Charisma Mod. This is, of course, quite possibly the queerest, quirkiest, what else starts with a Q? I don't know. Craziest D&D live stream coming out of my bedroom. So we're going to get the show started in just a few moments. I just want to remind everybody that this is episode 3 of this particular campaign, and we are getting into it. If you have missed the previous 2 campaigns, they will be up very, very shortly on our YouTube channel. So find the link underneath, down in here. And we're not starting shortly. We're starting now. Congratulations. Before we start, I just want to thank all of our sponsors, Stormthrown Manor, Howl and More Records, and Make Lemonade, as well as Comic Sans Productions, the team behind all of the messy things that go on behind all of the beautiful things that end up on your screen. If you're interested in comedy programming that is not D&D related, please feel free to follow our partner page. Just go to twitch.tv/ComicSansProd, P-R-O-D. We just reached affiliate, and I can't wait to start learning how to make emotes for us. So that's all I wanted to say. I usually have an intro for these things, but I frankly am sunburnt, hungover, and still vibing from being able to perform live in 3D in front of other people, albeit mostly comedians, albeit none of us were getting paid, meaning Toronto comedy is back in full force. But I'm just riding this high, and I can't wait to sit back and watch this incredible adventure, starring none other than Sergio Henda, Stella Saint Stella, and Al Val, with 2 of our players taking a bit of a break today. Okay, let me hand the show over to our lovely GM extraordinaire, none other than Rachel Manson.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Hi.
Hello, Alice. Oh, a blessing. Hello. We're in it today. My headphones are broken. I'm in a different room. It's the same room, but it's uglier. I'm in the midst of a move. This is the only shirt that's not in a box. Friends, I'm so happy to be here. We are a smaller group today, but still just as mighty. We are going to do something a little different and a little interesting. This episode will be canon. It will be in the adventure we are currently playing. However, there will be a few little extra shenanigans, a few little missteps, and we will cross these bridges as we come to them, because as we've seen in the previous episode, something is amiss and we've got to get this shit figured out. So without further ado, I will bring up my beautiful, beautiful players. First off, this is great. My brain's catching up with me as we're speaking. Come on out, playing the incredible Carmilla Saint Stella. Come on out, gorgeous. How are you?
Hello, I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. I'm hydrated. Good. This is good. We're doing great. Sure? I should have taken that camera down behind me. It looks sketchy as fuck, huh?
It's a bit off.
It is off. She was doing nothing sketchy before this.
Nope.
She was. It was dirty. Guys, I'm so happy we're here. We're bringing on the incredible Nia Fleetfoot, played by the gorgeous Al Val. Come on out here, Al.
What's up? Like and subscribe my page, you folks. What's up, YouTubers? Hey, West Side.
Oh my god, you covered all the boxes.
I did. I like that your video camera looks like you were recording a ransom video before this happened.
Yours does to us now. You literally look like you're in a basement in Russia. I'm glad.
I do?
Yeah. But it doesn't matter.
We can back me up here.
You're a little pixelated, but we love it.
What?
We love it.
Game Master's always right, motherfuckers. That's right. No, you
This will not
cleared up.
do.
You cleared up immediately,
Okay,
and you look
okay.
beautiful.
We'll see. There we go.
Stunning. And back from going to check out the sale at the HMV Yodel, we have Sergio Yahenda. Come on out here, gorgeous. How are you, Yodel?
Why are you yelling? Why so much yelling? I really would
no.
like the yelling to stop being so loud.
Oh no.
I think the weekend got the better of me.
Oh god.
There wasn't much to begin with, and the weekend she took it all.
Yodel is 100%.
How's everybody else? You know what? Answer quietly. Short is good.
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 You're doing okay.
Wow, wonderful.
This just
Well,
becomes
this has
D&D
been
ASMR.
terrific. I'll catch you all on the flippity flop. Good night. Clear off the sun.
Charisma saving throw for being hungover.
Hello, it's really nice to be here, everybody.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to be
Wink
here.
with my eyes.
Oh, yeah, and for being so hard done by the weekend, you look lovely. Everyone looks so hot and good and beautiful. I'm so happy.
Shut up, baby. I know it.
Oh my god, stop it. Oh, I don't want this attention. Friends, we are going to dive back into our adventure. However, you may be noticing we are missing a couple friendly faces. What's going on? Are they here? Are they gone? We'll find out soon because
I
I'm
have
going
no
to give
idea.
you... I don't know either. Where are they? Where did they go? Guys, meh. I'm not stalling. Friends, I'll give you a quick little recap because right before we had cut, we were deep in the Bards and Noble Bookshop portal, where deep underground amidst mist and gross purple foggy bullshit, some brains on legs in, and this is once again honest to canon, in thigh-high leather boots. I don't remember why they were wearing stripper boots, but I'm happy that they have them because it makes the brains look sexy as fuck. And they're trying to get up in there. They're trying to crawl up. Our beautiful adventurers put up a fierce fight to these creepy crawly creatures. Amidst the attempts to get into their brains, none of my brains were rolling very well, but as our dear friend Carmilla turned into a giant fucking horse, and we, of course, went into the backstory of Nia being, if not a horse girl.
Yeah.
We're talking like glitter Licenza girl, I'm a horse girl and I love it t-shirt under all her clothes. Nia loves
Socially
her horses.
awkward, misunderstood, people weirded out by me.
Oh, yeah.
Classic
1,000,000%.
horse girl. Horses
Like-
understand me better than people do.
That's the t-shirt. The t-shirt is horses understand me better than people do.
Yeah.
All your horse posters in your room have a little hoof mark because they were signed.
Yeah.
You will not put up a poster unless it is signed by the appropriate
Yeah,
horse. It can be the same breed.
Yeah.
Nia's very particular about this, but I believe Nia leapt over Carmilla the horse just in time to completely fucking obliterate the Mind Flayer and allow the wizard in the room to send the Mind Flayer to another dimension, and this is where we are now. That is literally all we know. But however, we are going to not jump back in there right yet. We are going back up to the surface, back into the mall, where our friend Yodel has been trying to return this George Foreman grill all the while. Now, Yodel, your friends all dove into this portal in Bards and Noble. You thought, you know what, I better stick behind, better take care of this George Foreman grill. And you did pass by a couple sales, you dipped in, you dipped out. Is there anything Yodel was like kind of window shop? Like, you know you're in a rush, but is there anything you were like kind of window shopping for?
Sandals that'll show off my tootsies.
Absolutely. Yodel found a really, really rancid look. Like, this store looks like it was set up like by accident. Like, it looked like there was a sunglasses store here that just kind of went out of business, and some guy with giant bags came in with all the sandals and put up a marker sign that says Sandal Hut.
Yeah. That was him. Yeah. Very swarthy fellow.
Yeah.
You know the kind that opens up their shirt down to here and they've got way too much hair for that look?
Oh, 1,000,000%. This was a small dwarven man with thick red chest hair to the point where you thought he was wearing a shirt for like the entire time you were talking to him, until you realize he is completely topless. Like the chest hair moved onto his arms and up to his wrists. And he
Stop flirting with me.
I see another fan of sandals is around here somewhere. Hello, good man.
Balls, huh? Oh, yes.
Good morrow
have
to
you
you.
You see that I've got solid gold at the end of my feet, and I need to show them off. So I want gladiator style, nothing too garish, but definitely dual tone, and with a lot of freedom to wiggle the little piggies all the way home.
A man of my taste and grandeur, follow me. Yodel, you don't have to make a roll for this. This dwarven man is off his goddamn rocker. Like, you don't even know if he is employed by the mall. These all seem like, the more you walk through, you're like, half of these are made out of scotch tape and cardboard. The other half were like, probably, and then between every like half-hearted made sandal is a shoe that has clearly been stolen. Like an original designer shoe that you know is worth like 500 gold pieces.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And he's
the
like,
Elton John aquarium lifts are one of those items I know right away. Yeah.
It's an original. We go back so far. He's a good friend of mine. I was there for the Rainbow Tour. He takes you
and
all
Elton John does exist in this dimension. This is where he spends his summers coming
Absolutely.
back and writes the songs that make the whole world sing.
He transcends realities. He is a universe jumper. Yeah.
There's an Elton John in every timeline. Yeah.
100%. He's a canon sorcerer. We know this.
He's a magic man.
He's an absolute magic man through both diligence and by born. Now, if you come back here, Yodel, give me a quick perception check.
I hereby test my perception.
Can we just add that
with
the
a,
shoes probably fell off a carriage, not fell off a truck?
That's brilliant.
It was okay. It was okay.
100%. Right. They fell off a tour carriage. I know the manager.
Elton Johan. Perception +4.
+4, and what did you... Oh, is your dice working? Would you like me to roll?
Flippity flappity flew.
Fantastic. I will be rolling for our dear friend.
This is going to be a problem when the DM rolls. I'm just saying it's always
yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Questionable.
That's pretty good. That is a 16. Yodel, as you're walking through, you notice, and so this store has been so haphazardly set up that the walls are like broken, crumbling drywall. And, like, you can see almost behind the drywall are still some, like, leftover sunglasses. But behind one of the cracks, and you can already tell this dwarven man is completely unaware that not only that this is happening, that you're clocking this, but even that this thing exists. There's a glowing purple light behind the crack of this drywall. It almost looks like Arcana. Like, there's some magical... kind of bubbling glow behind that wall.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'd like to investigate that a little further. Where are my compatriots right now? Still?
You're alone. You have no idea where they are.
Okay. I have no idea where they are. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to...
You know they went into the portal at Bards and Nobles, but you figured, like, all right, somebody's got to stick behind, keep an eye on the George Foreman Grill.
Plus, they're my ride home.
And
all right.
And then he wandered off to buy sandals. I'm sure they're fine.
Yodel got distracted.
Yeah. Your sandals count as a shiny thing. It's all about perspective, baby. Yeah. I'd like to investigate that shiny thing over there in the wall.
Incredible.
Ooh, shiny. The crumbling crackle with the purple bubbly flibberty flog coming out. I'd like to investigate that. How do I investigate? With an investigation, perhaps?
Absolutely. You can investigate it, yes. You can
All right,
go over to
plus
it. You
2.
can +2 to your investigation. That's a dirty 20, baby. That's a dirty, dirty 20. I'm using this dice for you. You go over and you see inside this purple sparkling orb. And you see it's almost like a purple snow globe that's just the glass globe that someone is constantly shaking. It looks like there's sparkles. It looks like there's this it's almost beating like a heart. It has this very bizarre arcana energy to it. It does have a little stand at the bottom, and underneath the stand is a little dial that the arrow is pointing down to nothing right now, but there are kind of like a wheel of options to move the
like
little
a dial.
dial to. Like a dial. One might say a dial. And
Clearly, you've never operated a rotary phone.
what's a phone? Says the man in the back.
Oh, I should have said that in my regular voice. Excuse me.
What's a phone?
Schizophrenia. You should have said that. I mean,
I have the
clearly never operated a rotary phone.
I have the new smart device, and he takes out a pickle. You notice there's a dial at the bottom. These are symbols that you don't quite understand. However, you can give me a religion check. What is your religion?
+2.
+2? Okay.
Yeah, that means
Holy
that whatever I believe in is
shit.
+2 better than everybody else.
What's going on with this fucking dice? I'm switching. You're not getting this shit. You got a 19.
Yeah.
Something tells you that each one of you may not fully understand the language that this is in, but you do know that these symbols correspond to symbols you have seen around the mall. You've been walking around more than anybody. You've done like 4 laps already. These symbols seem to be corresponding
That's me for sure.
with symbols that you've seen on the doors on the signs on the businesses, yes.
Okay.
And you notice one in particular that is the closest to you is a symbol that you know is the bards and nobles symbol. I will also say, with that high of a roll, you notice somebody's tried to destroy this. There's some of the glass has been cracked a little bit. Some of the stand has been charred. Like, somebody's been trying to act. This isn't just like it got dusty behind a shelf. Someone was trying to fuck this up.
Well, okay, so if I would like to see my team again, and I know they've gone down the hole, and there's a marking that matches the markings of the store where they went down the hole, then I will go return my George Foreman grill.
Fantastic. So
I like to turn the dial like a simpleton. I was like, but should
Fantastic.
I perhaps check for something first? Is there a danger check?
yes, if you
See
would
if I
like,
get harmed by this device? Do I need to wear gloves? Prophylactic?
I would say you did an investigation check and you rolled a 19 on that, and I would say on that I will tell you there's no dark energy coming from this. This is not something that you feel has a dark or negative kind of arcana to it. This is very this seems almost like more of a holy relic that's also used as a tool or a device. It doesn't seem like something that would accidentally drop you in a pit of fire.
I've led a morally respectable life. I don't think I've got anything to worry about. Turny.
Fantastic. Just as this dwarven man comes back with shoes, with large sandals that are to show off your tootsies, those golden babies need to see the world, literally made out of banana peels. You, in one instant, all of time and space goes pew, and you are sucked away from as if something is like pulling you back into time and space. You are sucked away from that realm. And you are surrounded by this purpley bluish like energy around you. You are swirling and swirling. You think you can see the actual passage of time and feel it all at once and all together until all of a sudden you are slammed onto a stone floor where you awake to see a giant horse and your friend Nia standing actually right next to that horse amidst a bunch of purple fog. You've dropped into this place the second that this mind flayer has been destroyed.
Okay.
For the record, I have not noticed your entrance. I am agog at the horse, and you noticed this. Just oblivious. All that matters in life is horse right now.
Absolutely. Now,
We did establish also that the horse was huge and also had a
huge Yodel, you see this before anything? This horse has a dong for days. It's not even one of those like, ew, I'm looking at an animal's cock right now. It's like I'm so impressed by the majesty of this beast and its glorious package. Yodel cries.
Yeah.
Hello! I'm here in the room. Everybody should be looking at me by now. I'm just glad to be out of that tunnel, all that purple. I was clashing.
Yes, you all notice Yodel slam down onto the ground, completely face plants first, and just kind of looks beside from their ear and goes, "I'm here." Something
Climb
you all
up and into a Mary Lou Retton. Perfect.
and Yodel, as you stand, and Horsey and Nia, as you all look around, you've just defeated this monster. There is a tall, like 7.5-foot wizard that is standing in front of you with a dark, long beard and dark skin and beautiful purple robes. And as he stands up and goes, "Well, that was quite the fuckery. I assume you're all on the right side here." He pulls out a wand, puts it to your neck and goes, "You're not a Tiamat, are you? I know these guys are chill. They helped me fight the thing. But who are you?"
Me?
Yes, you.
I'm everybody's boyfriend. Everyone loves me. Aha! Nothing to worry about here. 100% airtight. Aha!
He's gonna do an insight check. You can see he like very slowly puts down his wand, does not put it away, and just keeps making eye contact with you.
Good.
I go, yeah, he's with us, but I do it kind of like I'm still staring at the horse. I'm like, hey, he's with us.
Yeah, it's well,
And I swoon at the horse.
Nia, you are enamored by Carmilla as the horse.
What she said.
The wizard is kind of looking around, and you all notice the purple fog that was once in here. And Yodel, I will describe for you where you are. It looks like a dark, creepy, underground, ancient library. There's like Game of Thrones level tomes that are covered in cobwebs. However, as you arrived, and it's happening as you all stand here, there was a purple fog in here that is dissipating. And as it dissipates, the entire room is changing before your eyes, slowly. There is a beautiful sunlight that comes in through the windows, and all of a sudden, large, tall, like from floor to ceiling, ancient church-like windows appear, and it pulls a beautiful golden light into the room. This felt like a dungeon before, but now it's all beautiful and gold. The tomes are like swept away of their dust, and like the books have these shiny, beautiful golden inscriptions on them, binded books of all different colors everywhere. It's like a different room.
You see, I show up and it completely brightens up a room.
The wizard turns to you all and goes, "Are you sure he's with you? I don't like him."
This guy.
He's just kind of like this. You get used to it after a while.
I mean, I'm not a people
Probably
person.
quiet place.
I live in an ancient library. I'm not a people person by nature. Anyways,
Neither am I.
I
I'm
think
not a
we
person.
would get along super well.
I doubt it.
Nia just out introverted this wizard.
Yeah.
You all look around though as you kind of get your bearings after this battle. You all notice, no roll needed, Iav and Timur are gone.
Yay! I'm
Right?
a horse for 2 hours unless I decide otherwise, by the way, so I might do nothing this whole episode.
Fantastic.
Except for be a horse.
No, wonderful. This
But
wizard.
I'm good at reading horse. So
You are
if you
excellent.
want to neigh and then do like a subtextual, I can translate for the group. It doesn't say on my sheet that I speak horse, but canonically, I speak horse.
I will completely abide by that. Carmilla, if there's anything you would like to say as a horse, you would have to go through Nia.
Good.
As is natural for Yodel, he barely notices that they're not there because they're not him.
Fantastic.
So it needs to be pointed out to him directly at some point.
Yes,
Or if it matters.
I will say the wizard goes, "Didn't you have 2 other friends? Where are they?"
Where's 3 and 4?
And then he looks down. Yodel, are you holding the object that you found in the store?
Well, I turned the dial.
I would assume it's still in your hand unless you've
Then
pocketed it or
If it
something.
requires me, well, I imagine it floating in the air and me touching it. So if it was sitting on something, I would have picked it up and turned the dial.
Oh yes, you absolutely would have had to have it handheld. As you were floating through space and time, you have no idea where the fuck it was, but as you plopped down to the ground, it's back in your hand.
All right.
This wizard looks closely at that and says, at first he goes, "All right, I don't know where your friends are, but I believe to trust you as you have absolutely helped me and defeated this fucking mind flayer that was here. And I've been the librarian of the Library of Ogma for eons now, and I have to say I know when." And he stops talking and he looks at Yodel's hand and goes, "Where did you get that?"
I feel like this is a trick question.
I don't play tricks.
Will I get in trouble?
Tricks are mean and they're often at my expense. I don't like them.
Well, then I've had it for years.
You've had it for
Just checking you. No, and then I grabbed it upstairs. I don't know well.
For a minute, this
Damn it,
wizard
Yodel.
this wizard considers going on one knee and showing respect, and then immediately is like, "No, fuck it. Oh my god." Right. Of course, you found it upstairs.
Yeah. So I just found it upstairs. It looked pretty. I touched it. That's what I do. It's sometimes problematic. Often. Working on it. Yeah. So it's brand new. It's brand new. I could shall we make a deal? I don't know.
You see, as you're talking, the item floats out of your hand and goes directly into this wizard's not even
don't do
hand, it's
that.
just floating in his palm as he
Can I try to
Okay.
grab it with my horse mouth?
you can try to grapple it with your horse
As
mouth.
it floats across? Who's
Yeah.
this wizard?
Make
Why
a-
are we trusting this wizard?
Sure, make
call.
a sleight of hand check. Make a dexterity check.
Sleight of
With Tamaragon, it helps to have a cynical, skeptical, suspicious, paranoid member of the team.
I don't know if my
Fantastic.
dex is as a horse. Give me 5 seconds to look it up.
What
did you roll at least?
Paranoid.
I only rolled a 10, so at most it's a 13 or something.
Yeah, I'll have him roll a strength check.
That's cool. Your horse has separate stats.
Doesn't.
What?
Oh yeah,
What's
Okay,
your
my
horse's
dex-
charisma?
No, my dex is only a +1, so it's only
that's
11.
wild shape, baby. That's okay. It was against a strength check where he rolled a nat 1, so you absolutely can grab the orb.
Oh my god.
I drop it in Nia's hand because I'm not going to do much as a horse, but that was my horse signal to are we trusting this? Who the fuck is this wizard? I indicate in horse where and then drop it in Nia's hand.
Absolutely.
I take her lead, I catch it, and I clutch it pretty close, like a football, to my chest.
Go team, and I was there too.
Fantastic. He as he's like floating it towards and examining his hands, he goes, nope, what the fuck? What? And the horse, Carmilla the horse, grabs it like an apple and fully just goes, and has a glowing purple orb in her mouth until she plops it into Nia's hands.
And then I kind of do a headbutt of Yodel, indicating, which he may not notice, but Nia probably knows, like, I guess you're the voice right now. Talk.
Ow, why are you doing that? Ow. What are you doing? Stop
She's
it.
saying you are our mouthpiece, so negotiate with this guy. Let's figure this guy out. I say a bit too loudly in front of the
Honestly, none taken. I was pretty suspicious of you as well, but seeing as you're also suspicious of me is actually might cancel out my suspicion.
I'm glad your thought process is so mathematic. Now,
good enough for me.
I'm a wizard.
What the hell do you want with my shiny bauble? It's my shiny bauble. You can't off it.
Beyond the fact that is a magical artifact, beyond the capacity of
Yes.
someone such as yourself. Not to make any brass judgments, but I can consider. Are you a magic caster, sir?
I'll never tell.
You know what? That's fine. All right. You know what? That's fine. Just he kind of looks at Nia. And
You think this happens naturally? Come now.
I am a respecter of the magical artifacts and the history of the sacred realms of this portal. Nia, if you could just please hold on to it so that it doesn't crack in front of my very eyes, I would greatly appreciate it. That is not something to be taken lightly.
Why would you like to inspect it? What are you looking for?
Listen. The mind flayer that was in here moments ago that I zapped to another portal of being. You're welcome. You know.
The horse did most of the work. Let's be fair.
The tip comes at the end of the service. Keep it moving.
He kind of nods knowingly, like he really wants to combat that point, but like kind of knows that the horse is boss.
Yeah.
It's like, look, I live within this portal.
The cock demands respect.
He kind of you can tell actually his eyes in the way that like your eyes just kind of like shoot down but like shoot back up like you're trying to make eye contact and you think this is being subtle but it's not.
Eye contact?
100%. It's just like going back and forth between like it's quite our portals are under our portals are under a threat. My name is Arthur Egfordian.
Hello, the eye on her left side of her head is up here.
He literally just breathes heavily and stares into space and is just like, come on, Arthur, remember your breathing. I don't talk to people much anymore, and there's a reason. There's a reason. I don't like them. Listen. There's something wrong here. 2 of your friends have disappeared, and one of them is appeared out of nowhere. I live in this portal, and I am the keeper of the library and the tomes of Ogma. There is no coming and going from every which way. The fact that your friends have disappeared from here without going through the proper puzzles, and the fact that your other friend has completely sidestepped the entire process of this holy relic to slap onto the ground like some sort of cannonball, is completely... something's wrong. The way you see it now, the gold, the light, this is how the library is supposed to look. It has been under a curse. And I believe the entire realm outside of this portal, which I believe has been under threat for some time, I believe it has been taken over by a cult. Yes, that's the response I would assume too. Thank you. Jesus Christ.
The horse is on a delay.
I was thinking about what's a horse reaction.
Pretty similar, are they?
This is
Well, so in the realm outside of this world, you're referring to the mall?
The mall is one of them. There's
Okay.
this library exists in its own plane of existence. There are multiple portals to get here. You could go through the city of Diaspora, or you could go through the city of Concordia. There's other doors, for what it was, to this ancient library. The most common one, and the one that gets the most foot traffic, is of course the mall. However, that's not the one I'd like to say that we're famous for.
Yeah. Yeah.
That being
as a horse, I put my hoof in Nia's pocket for like a second, and I nudge her, and then
That
I
means
walk
something in
around
prison.
the library and find the section that's for dimensions, and I like headbutt it, asking Nia would understand. Is this a pocket dimension?
I repeat this. I say, horse wants to know if this is a pocket dimension.
yes.
Beautiful horse wants
Yeah.
to know.
For all intensive purposes, yes, you're in a pocket dimension right now. I have been to the mall before, eons ago, back when it was simply a marketplace. No, but I've heard about it. A lot of people come through here. They tell me.
Yeah. Have you tried the new Jamba Juice? The good one on the other side? Never mind. Please continue.
The last time I was there, it was a free trade marketplace for furs and leathers. There wasn't any juice. I don't even think fruits were native to the land. So that's my answer for you. I don't know how much time each subject of conversation should be awarded, but I sense that that's appropriate.
Well then, I would like to know. You spoke of some trouble a brewing, curses that need decursing. We are addicted to that shit.
The mind flayer that was here, I've never seen something like this. This is a pocket dimension where monsters and beings and demons don't normally have access, but this was not an ordinary mind flayer. This one had a badge on him, and he shows it to you. You all now have this badge. And it says, property of Smith Enterprises.
Smith Enterprises?
Yes.
Very D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Mall.
Good point.
I fucking love it. Okay.
Listen, I know that this
It
mall...
sounds like a guild of blacksmiths. That's where my mind went.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
Oh, fuck you.
Yes, I mean no.
I can joke too. This guy
Laid
gives
it on a
himself...
fucking platter.
He gives himself a high five. Listen, if
Give
there's...
me hoof, sweetheart.
You all should get out of here. I assume if it was dark and different in here, then I would assume that this was a disease that came from the outside. And I don't say disease as a metaphor. I think there is a sickness that is causing this.
At this point, I trust you enough to reopen the subject of this dial, and I hand it to him, and I'm like, "Can you explain the dial in the context of everything that we're learning right now? What does the dial have to do with these portals and the entrances?" And
I turn back into Carmilla.
What the fuck? Oh, sorry, wild shape, my dear.
The cock!
I forgot you were a person.
I am unable to hide my disappointment, but I still give you like a pat on the shoulder, like, "Hi, good to have you back."
Nia
So dry.
Nia is devastated. And now, Nia, you now remember when Carmilla turned back how much you miss horses. Like,
Yeah.
that was a reminder.
Yeah.
You miss being back in nature with animals. Like, this mall is really not your scene. This is, like, not a lot of animals, a lot of shops, a lot of people, not your vibe.
I miss home. I miss my Wolverine family.
100%. Nia stops to think about her Wolverine family.
Weird about it.
I can't say I'm complaining about the improvement in the odor of the immediate vicinity. But I look into Carmella's eyes and I smile because I can see myself
Fantastic.
In my glasses?
in the reflection of her glasses.
Yeah.
Yodel is is comforted by the sight of his own face.
Aha.
So let me ask a pretty irrelevant question, but one that is really important to me. Carmilla, did you have the glasses on still while you were a horse? Were you just a giant horse with a huge dick and glasses on?
Technically, when you when you do that druid spell, you absorb everything you're carrying.
Okay.
And you just become the particular animal. But if you want to say that I wore glasses on my horse face, I'm totally down.
Okay.
Canon.
I would
like
say
if they fell off and I caught them and he changed and then I put them back on your horse face, so you were a bespectacled horse.
yes.
Huge dicked horse. Yeah.
Huge dicked, bespectacled horse. I would say, canon, every time Carmilla wild shapes into any animal, not just the horse, there will be glasses present.
Yes.
And probably
I was going to say a
And a
huge,
huge dick.
Okay.
And a huge dick. Yeah. Wolf, big dick. Spider, big dick. Yeah.
we get to explore things when we're in other forms and just let it be, okay?
Amazing.
So now I'm Carmilla again.
Arthur Ekfordian is like, oh. Also a little disappointed. You can see it's like, oh, okay.
I'm the only one happy to see it. And she's not happy about that.
Truthfully, I would normally ask to, take that highly magical object in your hand as a relic for the museum of the library, but seeing as your friends are missing and there seems to be imminent danger afoot, I think you might need this more than I do. You have in your hands a pocket shifter. As I said, to get into any of these portals, you need a door of some kind. Within, I believe you said you came from the mall. Within Bards and Nobles, there is a portal to this realm, to this pocket dimension. In the city of Concordia, there is a portal to the city of this pocket. Oh, sorry, penis is on the brain. Pocket dimension. What you have in your hand is an eternal door to any portal that you see fit. You can come back here. You can go to other portals. You don't have to. You can literally hop from portal and pocket dimension with the door
Without
in your
having
hand.
to go to the library.
Yeah.
Do we need to have been in the portal before, or can we just? Oh wow, that's a really powerful item.
Yep.
So we don't have
I know. It's not great that you have it, but I am putting a lot of trust in you.
So we don't have to go to like Abercrombie and Finchbird or whatever this universe's version of that is. And we don't have to talk to the employers. We can just like fast track that and go straight to the portal. You know what I mean? Do we have to?
He nods and he at first he nods. He's like, I will have to look at that, if I may.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm eternally bound to this library. I don't have anywhere else to go.
I trust you, and I take the dial and I hand it to you.
Fantastic. He takes it, he looks at it in his hand, he says, someone has tried to destroy this.
Wasn't me.
Not the horse either.
Centuries and centuries ago, it was easier to get from portal to portal. This was created once the portal doors began to close as a creation that could fast track all of these options. Someone tried to destroy this, which is odd. He looks at it and he sees that one of them, and he says, I'm assuming none of you can read the ancient language of Joaquin?
Phoenix?
Is that in any way related to Common Druidic, Dwarvish, Elvish, or Halfling?
Nope.
Well then, unfortunately I cannot, but I'm a quick study. Do you have a book for it?
He throws you a book in ancient Joaquin. He's like, these are ancient relics. This one's for bards and nobles. I see this specific pocket shifter was meant for someone in the mall, because as I'm seeing it, these are all names of stores. You do see the spot on the dial for Abercrombie and Finch's has been burned off.
So it no longer operates for taking one to Abercrombie and Finch's?
You can even see Arthur tries to put it to that spot, And not only does it not work, the dial starts to burn as it sits there.
Okay, stop. Don't do that.
Flip it back.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay, back. He gives it back to you. He goes, there's something very dark happening here within every portal. And I'm looking at this now. There is a dark arcanic magic here afoot. And there's something innumerably dark in that one. But I will say the darkness is spreading. And I think your friends might be in danger.
Arthur, it's really nice to talk to you, and I'd really like to talk to you at length about like how you experience eons and what time means to you in the end, because I've studied a lot about how
I could talk about this for eons or seconds because I have no concept of time.
That's exactly. I'm so interested. Okay, focus.
Absolutely.
So what was I wondering again? Oh, I was wondering. I noticed that on the mall, on the main placard, that there's a symbol of Tiamat. Do you know anything about that?
His eyes go wide. He doesn't even ask you. He pulls the Smith's Enterprises ID back out of your wherever it was, out of one of your pockets, pulls it back into his hand. You can see casts magic on it. You don't know what spell, you don't know what the fuck's going on. And the card that was once just kind of like a very basic like ID, swipe it in, clock every day card with a very like fancy Smith Enterprises, it goes translucent and there is only the symbol.
Carmilla, you clever hero, you.
He chucks it back at you and goes, this is incredibly dark magic. Tiamat has been banned from the mortal realm.
Yes, I know that.
She can't come to the mortal realm.
I read a lot about the gods. I also know about Ayun. Did you know that Ayun actually used to be friends with Tiamat? If you go back,
I do know that.
Okay,
I know everything. Mm-hmm. Not everything. I'm not that cocky. I'm just, you spend time in a library for
my horse.
He just smiles and nods and goes, all right. You're cool gnome. Druid.
At this point,
I'm a halfling, but like thinks that's okay. I'm not offended at all.
I looked down really fast. Wrong notes.
At a point during this conversation, my attention span got the better of me, and I just started pushing books off shelves.
$1,000,000%. He goes,
for fun.
You can actually see as Nia puts her hand in a bookshelf and just walks and just fucking swipes every book off the shelf. As this is happening, with like Arthur's still talking to you about the concept of time, and you can see just the book, the minute not a single book is hitting the ground, they are all just floating magically back into their shelves as Nia goes.
Cool.
The problem with the concept of time in the mortal plane is that it moves at a pace that is so relative to the actual identity of the individual that it's so, and just like every single book just goes back in beautifully.
Okay.
I have no concept of time, but I assume that time is of the essence to you. I think your friends might be in peril.
Oh, right. Okay, so where do you think... So I think that maybe we should go to the most dangerous place first, because whenever I read adventures, I read that...
I'm assuming.
With the most dangerous adventure first, then you can... maybe, some of you might die, but, that's okay. You'll probably end up winning the adventure in the end, right?
That's the boss battle place. I don't know. Don't we want to level up first or something?
Well, it's the only named place so far in the story, so it only makes sense that we should go there, because ultimately, when we're living in a time that's probably built by elder gods, we should probably go to the place where we were indicated that we should go, because otherwise we might mess up the ultimate timeline. Have you heard of a god called Loki? Apparently, one time they left the timeline and it messed everything up, and then the gods followed him, and then we had to start over. And apparently, we're in just a whole loop. And I could go on, but I won't, because nobody's stopping me.
I am exhausted. Fourth wall here has a point. We need to go onto. We need to get onto a path. Pick it.
Incredible.
I don't give a fuck as long as we get moving and everybody quiets down.
100%. Arthur takes the orb out of one of your pockets. Looks literally his eyes go completely white as this orb glows purple energy. And as his eyes are rolled into the back of his head, his mouth gapes open, and a burst of light comes out of his mouth.
Gross.
And then a wind gusts around him, and then all of a sudden everything's back to normal. He goes, yeah. It would seem that Tiamat might have other ways of accessing the mortal realm, mainly if mortals... I think your friends are in the darkest place. And he just kind of trails off that initial thought. I think you need to go to the place where the dial has burnt. I know that portal. I know that pocket dimension. Bring your sandals. It might be different from what I know it as. This is the library I know, but if this sickness is spreading, these pocket dimensions are no longer what I knew. I'll tell you this, though. You're heading towards a tropical destination. That's nice.
Okay. Horses? More?
Maybe I could be a camel next time. Like if I could probably be a camel.
For sure. No, absolutely.
1 hump or 2.
I am an all-powerful wizard. I have Chronal Shift. I have multiple spells. I could...
Well, da, am I right?
I don't know if that was a compliment, but
There's a real dick measuring contest going on here.
I thought we were friends. I'm getting real confused over what side who's is on, but you know, this is just an affair. This is just a. He literally like takes off his own hand and puts it back. This is just a vessel. You know, I'm more of a spirit of the actual library. I'm not one for dick measuring, as I, you know. Anyways, what I can zap.
We all have huge cocks here. Everybody knows that.
I could zap you there right now.
My cock? No, please don't. What? Consent. Come on.
He literally at this point now just looks Yodel dead in the face and just goes, I meant I could put you in the other pocket dimension.
Well, okay.
I think you knew what I meant.
That sounds nice and everything, but I have a suggestion if you want to hear it. I know that a lot of times people just tell me to shut up and maybe I talk too much, but if you want to hear my suggestion, I can give it to you.
I do too.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. I suggest that we maybe go up the way we came, if we can, just here, and then cross the mall and just make sure that nothing too crazy is going on in the mall. Because just to see, and then maybe it's better than poofing into who knows, some sort of I don't know, dark abyss. But then if we lower ourselves in, or maybe lower ourselves in one by one, and maybe use a little bit of magic or a rope or whatever. But then we I don't know, poofing into some place. You tell me, Yodel, because you did it today. It's not always the best. You know what I mean?
Adorable with self-esteem issues has a point. I'd say we'd follow that plan to the letter.
I'm down with one addition before we go into the portal. Let's throw a bunch of stuff in there, especially the heavier the better, so we can kind of get a head start on crushing potentially aggressive brains.
I like that, but what if it crushes our friends?
What if it crushes 3 of them?
Oh, yeah, good point. Well, you know what? They're not here, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Arthur turns to you and goes, did you throw that giant glass pedestal that smushed the brain?
Yes.
Honestly, I thought that was one of the gods, so well done.
Then maybe I'm a god.
Depends who you ask.
And I try to take off my hand, but it doesn't work. So
incredible.
I think you're supposed to take off their hand. I don't. All right.
Incredible. Arthur kind of stands in front of you and goes, well, if you have no more you could always come back and ask me questions if you have any. I'm thank you for restoring my library, but for now, goodbye. Snaps his fingers.
Oh no.
You are all through magical energy, purple time, space, wisping around you, and you all face plant.
Purple! So gross! So gross, this purple! Ugh.
You all face plant at the top of Bards and Nobles. And you will now notice this is not the store that you entered into. It is now an adorable, beautiful bookstore. It is like a much cozier. There's there's these beautiful rugs and blankets and pillows everywhere. There's cute little halflings with satyrs and their glasses reading in cornered nooks. And there's none of this like weird like holy tomes, holier than thou glass shit is here anymore. This is like a very cute, very sweet, like dust in the gold in rays of light that come in. Like it's incredible, like all rugs on the bottom, like no one's wearing shoes. It's incredibly cozy, and there's hundreds and hundreds of books.
How about the employee? Are the employees still the same, or?
So Nia runs to the front and sees the two employees, Alros and Valner. Alros, who was this very tall, high elf, is now, you can see this, still a high elf, but wearing like beautiful rainbow robes. Her hair is not in this like tight ass bun. It's like flowing down with beautiful braids. And she's kind of looking around as if she just kind of woke up. Valner, the Dragonborn, you can see they actually have, they were just wearing the same uniform robes. They now have tattoos, like all over themselves. And a half-shaved head and like incredibly cool different like layers of different colored leather.
Do they look older or younger?
They both look older.
So we've gone forward in fucking time?
Feel free to go talk to them, but Alros looks at you, Carmilla, and recognizes you immediately. He goes, Carmilla, wait.
Hi.
You're the new, we hired you, right? We hired you here.
Yeah.
I'm so I've been, I don't know what's it feels like I've been asleep. It's like I was lucid dreaming that we hired you.
What year is it?
You look around, there's like dates, same one.
Okay.
There was some
oh, good.
Yeah, this is same one, same time, but something has changed.
Yeah, no fucking shit. Okay.
Like drastically. It's almost like she's like,
Camilla.
That's not
I'm
what
sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know if I said anything to you. I don't know what's happened.
Do you remember when I came in and I was with my friends and there was like a very large elf and then there was like a sort of beautiful snobby tiefling and then there was a very like socially awkward, no offense, ranger, and do you remember that?
Vaguely. Valner comes up to you and goes, I remember you. I do. I remember all three of you. I do. It felt like ages ago in my mind, but you were all there. It felt like I was like in someone else's body. I haven't seen my partner works at another store. I haven't seen him in months. I tried to go see him, but he works at Abercrumble and Finch's.
That store that keeps changing its name. Yes.
Abercrumble and Finch's.
Crample, and Frank.
Amble, Crumble, and Franks.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Absolutely do an Arcana check.
To see if there is magic on these
Can I do a gentrification check on
Yes.
this?
Okay. Absolutely, man. That is also an Arcana check.
Okay.
13 total.
13.
Yeah.
No time has passed. These are the same people that you spoke to. It's as if they were possessed.
They're enchanted, I presume.
It seems like they were. Now this feels like this seems like they're more authentic selves.
Oh, it seems like they were enchanted before. Now this is the
Yeah, they were
timeline?
possessed by the ghost of a catty drag queen before, but now they're all Courtney Act. There you go.
They're all Courtney Act. And that
Is that the best timeline?
She's a sweetheart, isn't she? Oh no. Don't ruin her for me.
And with that, we will end our short little mini session here.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, you know what? Oh, it's only an hour. I'm so sorry. I thought it was an hour. We have. Spoiler alert. We have one more little thing, and that is that you can go to the location.
Do you
Sorry,
want to take a 5-minute break and then do a finale?
I think we're good. Let's motor through and get to this next location. But you see, as you're all kind of, you want to get to this Abercrumble and Finch's. Fuck you,
99
Yodel.
problems, but a Finch ain't one.
Fuck you, Yodel. You got it in my head now, and you were 100% right. As you go, Valner kind of stops you before as you're leaving to go to the next door. They're all trying to sort their shit out. It feels like they've been asleep. They're trying to figure out what the fuck, like figuring out if all the stock is still there. Valner runs after you and goes, "I'm sorry. If you can, I know you're adventurers, and I know you're going to see if you can find the darkness that's causing all this fucked up shit. But I tried. We came to about maybe 10-15 minutes before you got here. I ran over to Abercrumble and checked in the pocket dimension. It wouldn't let me in, and I don't know where my partner is, and I know you're looking for your friends, but if you can look for Zycroft, he's also Dragonborn. I'm just really worried."
So you said you tried to go into there. What happened when you got to the door? I don't understand.
They wouldn't. They tried. I tried to get in. They wouldn't let me in.
But who wouldn't?
The store clerks. The people that work there.
But you got turned away by store clerks, and you're really afraid about your partner, and that just stopped you from going in. That seems nonsensical.
Listen, He kind of looks at the ground and he goes, "I was only really comfortable talking to him at that store. They said he was just working in the back. I assumed that he was just in the portal, but I don't know. There's something going on. I tried to go in. They said I needed gold. I haven't been paid yet. I've been asleep for fuck knows how long. And
these are the employees of Abercrumble and Finch?
Yeah.
Yeah? They are famously dicks over there. Don't worry about being intimidated. It happens to the best of us.
He kind of...
Yet I still...
He exhales a big exhale, like, thanks. I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he's fine. He's just in the portal and partying with his new friends. But they kind of... They threw me out.
Well, if you're worried about them, we can happily go and take a look. I mean, they're not going to stop this jacket at the door. That's for fucking sure.
Thank you. You're very cool. You're very cool, man. Very, very cool.
Wasn't fishing? Like what I caught.
Yeah, you can tell. Carmilla, make an insight check.
Oh, it's not good. It's not good at all. Well, nope, it's not good. It's an 8.
It's an 8. This guy, you don't know if it's the fact that, like, he was magically repelled from entering, or he's just super intimidated by the employees and just didn't feel like he could ask further. But definitely, like, it's one or the two. He's not keeping anything from you. It just seems like either he was super intimidated or he was literally repelled.
I've been in both places. I've been in both.
Incredible.
Should we do anything before we head over there? Do you want to, like, I don't know, talk to anybody else, or like, should we just walk over? Should we have a plan? Should we have, like, I don't know. I think that, like, no offense, Nia, I think you're super cool. You're cooler than me anyway. But I think that, like, maybe Yodel should go first, and, like, because he's the coolest for sure. And then maybe we should stand, like, I don't know, to the side and, like, sneak in. I'm pretty small, and you're pretty sneaky, so maybe we could do that.
Annoying but arousing feelings in me has a point. I'll go first.
Incredible.
Sure, I'll happy to walk in cock first. I'll be the lightning rod for this group. Hey-o.
Amazing. You consolidate with your mall map, and you find Abercrombie and Finch's, and you can see at the front, this place is like, there's an entire wall of potions that are magical, like you can already see colognes. There is a stench coming out of this store. Like you can taste the vapors in the air.
Famously dicks.
Like, and you can even see like all the names on the different bottles of the wall. Like you can see this store basically like there's one shirt, there's one tunic, adventuring tunic on one mannequin that's all it's wearing. And then like another mannequin that's just wearing a cape, and then the rest of the store is potions of scents. They all have different names. One's called like Midnight Rising. Another one is called like The Great Moon Beyond. They're all the same fucking smell. All of it is in your mouth.
Uldracar Noir. Yeah.
Uldracar Noir. Everyone.
Noir.
And you see, similar to in Bards and Nobles, you see a red carpet with a like a clubs, the thing, the rope, the red rope that leads. That's like
the velvet rope.
Velvet rope. Fuck. Thank you.
VIP rope.
Yes, the VIP rope. That's leading to a portal in the ground, and there's one very cool looking tiefling.
Tieflings are always cool in this fucking world.
Yeah, with their hair flipped to one side, covering their eye, and they're on like a crystal that's basically like essentially their phone, and they're just scrolling, and they're standing right at the entrance. And that's what
I stay well back. I stay 30 feet back.
And that's where we are. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Pardon me. Hey there, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. I noticed you're a real groovy frug, and my homestones and I were just
not there,
waddling, as we do, and
yeah, you don't have homestones. Did you just blow our cover? Can you take that back?
Way back. We're hiding.
Yeah, we're hiding.
Do you want us to roll a stealth check or
talk about your grill? You're still holding the grill, no? You're referring to your grill right now. Make it work.
Are you? Give me.
Oh no! I mean, my other personalities and I.
Give me a deception check.
Oh dear.
So long since I checked anything, my monitor has turned off. Deception +5.
Oh fuck! You have high charisma. I forgot.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'm slathered in oil, baby.
That's a 15. Which is exactly what you needed. Just like
great save.
So, do you have like multiple personalities?
How dare you! It is not okay to ask.
It feels like you told me.
All right, I'll tell her. Yes.
Look, if you want to...
Is it going to be more per personality? I mean, do we have to triple down on the entry fee?
Look, it's 5 gold pieces for the low-tier cologne. The top tier is 30 gold pieces, and the portal's closed right now. Sorry.
Is it really closed, though?
Yeah, it's under maintenance right now.
But is it really?
Yeah, it's under maintenance right now.
My voice goes subsonic and is it really?
Yeah, it's under maintenance right now. And they like all she's giving you is like they are under maintenance right now.
Does 50 gold pieces cover it?
Yeah, stealth.
I stealth.
Is it closed for 50 gold pieces?
Both Carmilla and Nia, give me stealth checks.
I don't stealth.
Sorry. Nia, give me a stealth check.
I am pushed into this stealthy move, and I get a 16.
I get even closer to the door person, and just get right up to make them want to like look away. But how about 60 gold pieces? Is it still closed for model?
Yeah, it's closed for maintenance. While she's saying, yeah, it's closed for maintenance, yeah, you are fully at, like, you're behind at the portal. Like, you could literally dip your toe in, hop in, whatever the fuck you want. You're totally there.
Sick. I don't know what the game plan is, so I'm just kind of standing there now, contemplating a few things. Just jumping in, firstly.
In my mind, crossing my fingers, just don't start knocking over books. Just don't start knocking over
Well,
books.
that's what I was going to say. Number 2 is taking these really disgusting colognes and just doing the same thing I did with the books and just throwing them all into the... I'm very tempted, but I kind of... Am I able to make contact with Carmilla right now?
I would say, yeah. Carmilla's still hidden.
Okay, let's... I do, but before I do, I grab like 2 bottles real quick and I chuck them in first, and then I dive after.
Incredible! You grab two bottles of cologne, huck them in.
Before I do, I say, "I'm gonna live forever," and then I throw them back.
This tiefling fully turns around and goes, "What?" And then just in time to see Nia like swan dive into the portal. He goes, "Oh. Ugh, I'm gonna get in trouble. Hey, but you can't go. Because that's already one."
I feel like you're discriminating against the criminally well-dressed.
Give me an insight check.
+3. Moderately insightful.
Oh my god, you rolled in that 20.
Yes!
Yodel, you can get rid of this chick easy peasy. All you gotta do, like, you can see on her phone that she is waiting. She's like refreshing to get into the till to get tickets for a concert. That is literally that you can kind of see. It says like Battle of the Bands. And she just keeps refreshing.
Battle of the Bards.
But that would have been better, but it's not. It's Battle. It's not.
She is a teen. She's got kind of shitty taste.
Yeah,
so.
It's Battle of the Bands. One greasy lie that like somewhere where you can get tickets, and she has no personal connection to this other than what she wants to do at this very moment.
Listen, Black Nail Polish, finding tickets to Battle of the Bards over in Somerset is not going to make you feel like your father hugged you more. So I would recommend you just stand outside, remove an article of clothing, and just put an air out of desire. Make your wishes known to the universe. That should be plenty. Honestly, it's worked for me 1,000 times. Attitude. Attitude.
I'm supposed to use the law of attraction to get concert tickets?
Just got enough time for 2. Then I got to go.
Jesus fucking Christ. You're going to have a deception roll with advantage. Because of that previous
+5.
No.
That's a 9 with advantage.
Oh no!
I'm not going to use
the 5?
Plus the
Where
5.
did my pants go?
Oh,
like, I'm not going to use my brain to get concert tickets. It's sold out.
I run in the room.
Currently occupied by some other task.
There's
I run in the room and I cast Gust.
Cast Gust? Oh my god, what happens with Gust? Does she...
So she has to save on a strength saving throw or be pushed 5 feet away from me. I'm trying to push her into the portal.
Yes!
What does she have to be?
13 strength.
That's a 12.
Yeah!
She put up a fight, though.
Yeah, she fucking, like, Carmilla comes in, gusts her, she whooshes, and gets sucked immediately into the portal. She's gone.
Oh my god.
Like, no.
Carmilla and what?
My rude.
What? Wait.
Wait.
What? Wait.
She's gone. Yodel and Carmilla, you are alone in this
Ooh.
portal.
Thank you. I mean, I was out of gas. I don't know if you could tell.
Yeah, so we should probably go in after Nia. But can I do a perception check around just to like about the portal, about this like because everyone's like this is the deepest, darkest zone in the mall.
Yep.
Can I have a quick look about?
Yep.
Things that I probably should have considered before I.
It's all right. Give me a
Perception.
Give me perception.
My best check. Give it to me. And I rolled a fucking nat 4, so I got a 9 total, and I don't know what's going on.
9. Yeah. I mean, looks like a portal to you. Nothing wacky.
Plus 5. Fucking hell. Okay. Yep. I don't know.
Yep.
What's going
Nothing
on.
crazy. Doesn't seem like nothing's biting you.
Nope. It's a portal.
No bites.
I'm naturally distrustful of things that don't reflect my image in them. So I'm going to do a perception check on this hole.
Great.
As I do with... No, not go there.
We're gonna go there. We spent like about half the episode last time making whole jokes. So go ahead.
All asshole
Oh,
jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have to?
I would like to save mine for when I've got some
What do you
better
have to
material.
perception?
Plus 4.
Plus 4. Ooh, that's a 19.
Oh.
You sense a darkness that's a little more insidious. There's nothing there that's going to bite you. It doesn't feel like actual danger. It doesn't feel like immediate danger.
All right.
It just kind of feels like the way that cutting teenager kind of just like looked at you, and the way that teenagers look at you, where you feel like, oh, I feel bad about myself, even though I shouldn't. It's that times 50. That's the feeling you're getting from this hole. It's not like there's an octopus that's gonna eat me. It's more like
I know so
I
many
don't
more
like
TV
it.
shows than she does. Yeah.
It's that thing of like, she heard who I am and I don't know how to repair it. It's that.
You're aging, and the things that you love are no longer cool and hip,
Yeah.
and the world is passing you by, kind of.
Okay. So actually,
I remember Muppet Babies.
Yeah.
Incredible. So yeah.
The fact
Would
that you didn't
like
laugh at that is troublesome.
What? I don't. Were they
No,
babies?
Fuck you. Fuck.
Were
no.
they?
Double fuck you.
But they're
sucks.
puppets.
You ever tried to
No,
fuck?
okay.
No.
I just dipped it in a little fuck you.
Yum, 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 yum. I love it. Yum 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 yum. Cool. Do y'all jump in after Nia?
Yeah. If I don't see anything, because I don't, with a fucking 9, I'll jump in.
Great. You all fall, and Nia, you feel this too. You are falling through time and space. Now instead of this like purpley blue, it is a yellow orangey kind of vibe in here, almost like when you're in the sun for a little too long.
I lie down with ease and comfort.
100%. Like, it's just a little too hot to be comfortable, but like, you just want to jump in the water, that kind of vibe. You all plop down onto searing hot sand. Just in the way that's like, nothing that's going to burn, just in a way that's like, You all get up, and you look around, and you are in the middle of spring break.
Oh!
I hate it.
There are kegs of ale being poured onto different people. There are gorgeous Genasi teenagers in little bikinis and like bathing suits, just like drinking ale. There's like people drinking and playing ale pong. And on top of a giant stage with big speakers, where right now is just, you can tell it's kind of set up for something. It's got kind of there's gonna be a concert here later, and you look up and you see two familiar faces dancing on the stage. T-Mare and I are dancing on the stage of this abandoned shipwreck DJ booth. And that is where we'll end our session.
Okay.
That's the real end, fuckers.
All right, there we go. We had a show This was super exciting. I love that we were able to fill a little bit of time tonight. This was great. One last reminder, don't forget to follow us to show your love for these amazing, funny folks. Thanks again to Howl and More Records, Stormcrow Manor, and Make Lemonade for all your support. Charisma Mod airs every first and third Sunday of each month, and our next episode on July 18th is going to be a little bit different. To give Rachel the day off, I'll be running the next episode as a one-shot, my first time ever. It's going to be messy, but it'll also be fun. Also, we now have we now have comedy programming every week on our Comic Sans channel. This Wednesday, I'll be hosting an Amazon watch party in a segment I like to call Hold Up with Alice Rose, where I invite a guest to watch a classic film with me, and we try to determine how well it holds up. See what I did there? If you want more Rachel in your life, you're going to want to tune in because we're getting together to watch The Craft. Not the shitty new one, but the amazing original one. That's this Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time, and I hope to see you there because it's going to be a time. I'm going to be in my PJs. We'll both probably be pretty high, and we're going to have a time. All right, we're going to end this. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again soon.